what's up? Welcome back to this episode on how to make DOMATOPITA. Tomato pie, tomato pita, call it whatever you like. It is going to be super delicious and a lot of fun to make. Now, here's the thing about this video though, and I have to apologize up front. The making of this is actually going to be hands only because of unforeseen technical difficulties, which I won't get into right now. Anywho, enough of that. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, you don't get to see my mug making it, but you will definitely see me pulling it out of the oven when it is done. It's absolutely delicious, a lot of fun to make and very easy, as I was saying. And it uses a few key ingredients like tomatoes, feta, olives, peppers, onions, and all of that goodness, along with Greek olive oil and oregano. So stay tuned, enjoy my hands, and I'll see you at the end of this. First things first, we're going to preheat our oven 375 degrees Fahrenheit or about 180 degrees Celsius. That way it's done, we don't have to worry about it. As in all our pitas, we're going to lay out some phyllo dough on the bottom. So in all our savory recipes, it's olive oil between the phyllo sheets, and if it was like a sweet or a dessert, it would be butter. Now in my case here, I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil and just real quick drizzle the bottom and spread it around the sides. We don't want your pita getting stuck to anywhere, and especially when it's done and getting ready. Now, take a sheet. Even if you do 2 sheets, not a big deal. People freak out all the time and they're like, oh my God, you know, you're supposed to use 1 sheet, and if you don't, pita police aren't gonna come knocking on your door. It's not a big deal at all. So just line this up just like this, so that way the inside of your pan is lined with the phyllo. Take a little bit of our extra virgin olive oil and just drizzle it around there just like that. And with the help of our pastry brush, all we're gonna do is just spread it around. And this is gonna give us that crusty flakiness. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, and very, very easy to make. So we continue on with another. Actually, what the hell, this is doubled up. I'm gonna use 2 here as well. You know what? We don't sweat the small stuff here. Life's too short. And all you're gonna do is, again, line your pan over the last couple of sheets, just like that. Very easy. Very, very easy. And again, same deal. A little bit of our olive oil will go all over. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you should be putting olive oil on your breakfast cereal, but anyway, that's just me. So let's just go ahead and continue filling these. And I think need 1 more before we actually start on our filling part, which is pretty cool. That's perfect, just like that. Our dough is done. So, like most things, here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start cutting up the filling. But if you're going to be doing soft veggies or soft fruit, always use serrated. And just very simply, just start slicing. Now, here's the thing. For this, you don't need thick slices. You just need slices that are about 1/8 to 1/4 inch in thickness. And all you're going to do is just continue slicing. And you're going to do this for a few layers of your sheet. Here, I'll show you. Oh, let's cut that away. So, layer, overlapping, perfect. See where I'm going with this? There's like nothing to this at all. All right, perfect. We got 1 layer of tomato down. I'm going to take a little bit of dried Greek oregano in this, just like that. I'm going to take a little bit of salt, very sparingly, because I'm using feta, and that's pretty much the last of my salt in this recipe. I'm going to take some sweet green peppers that I have. Sweet Greek baby, that's where it's at. And just sprinkle them as if you were making like a pizza type of thing, like that. Let me just, the hell, I'll just throw this over here, move this out of the way. And what I'm going to do now is just slice onions. I'm using my own, they're very, very small. Don't judge. In this case, the size really doesn't matter. And what I'm gonna do is very simply just slice them any way you can, because they're gonna serve almost like a pizza topping. And all I'm going to do is just start layering your onion in between these, just like that. And by the way, this is like a wicked vegetarian dish. Like, I mean, I'm like born and bred carnivore. Let me tell you something. When it comes to these kind of recipes, they eat really, really well. So, there's my oven, so it's up to temperature. See what I mean? I don't have to worry about any things like that because it's working in the background. All right, so there. That's pretty much my onion. You don't want to go overboard because we're going to keep adding onion to this. That's perfect. I'm going to take I'm using about 100 or so grams of feta. So I'm going to take a little bit of feta and I'm just going to sprinkle it over this layer, just a little bit, just to give it that kind of little kiss. And man, it's going to be remarkable. This is going to be like really, really good. Take a little bit more olive oil, just drizzle it probably like a tablespoon throughout this whole thing. Nothing much at all. A little bit of fresh cracked black pepper will go in as well. Give it a little bit of that added oomph. Another thing I love about this recipe is I'm going to add some green pimento olives, the stuffed olives, and they're going to add some nice color to this. And again, I'm just going to do it real easy. Slice them thick, thin, it doesn't matter. Whatever, any way you do this is totally fine. There. Sprinkle some of this, so you're going to get some added brininess to this. Yeah, put this in. I'll do a few more. Perfect. And just sprinkle those around too. Looks very similar to a pizza so far, doesn't it? It is. Oh, don't want to lose any of this goodness either. Now imagine the layers of the colors as we're building now. Now again, I'm going to continue going back and I'm going to start slicing to more tomatoes for my top layer of this. And again, 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever, any way you can do this is totally fine. All right, this is the last of my tomato. It's going in there. Boom, 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 boom. And we're done. That's the top layer. Again, what are we gonna do? Keep adding some green peppers to this. The sweet Greek kind of peppers, the sweet Hungarian, whatever you got in your neighborhood is totally fine. And imagine when this starts baking off what this is gonna smell like. I'm gonna take my onion now and again, start just chopping it up, slicing it up. Nothing complicated. If I can do this, you can do this too. Come on. Just sparingly over this. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just like that. Our Greek oregano will go over this. Oregano, as some people say. And then a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Perfect. I'm going to take some more of my olives. And then lastly, our feta will go over this. And this really isn't that bad for like an open-faced pita. And it's gonna actually eat like a deep dish. So sprinkle that all around. I don't know, I get like really excited about things like this. Maybe I don't get out enough, who knows, but this is absolutely perfect. Awesome. And lastly, a little bit of my Greek extra virgin olive oil, of course, is gonna go over this. And that just cross it up for good luck, just like that, and it's perfect. This, my friends, is ready to go in our oven. I'm just gonna turn this up, the rags, as I call them, the excess of the phyllo, and it's rustic cooking. It doesn't have to be so perfect or pretentious. It just has to be really, really good. So again, 375 for about 25 to 35 minutes, and it is gonna be GBD, baby. Golden brown and delicious. This is now done and dusted. Now, if heaven had a smell, this would probably be pretty damn close. It's done. Took about 35 minutes to actually bake off. And here's the trick to this as well. Because tomato will tend to have a lot of moisture and a lot of juices in it, when it comes out of the oven, leave it alone for like 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. Let it kind of reconstitute. I've let this sit now for about 20 minutes, so it hopefully will be ready to cut into, which is my favorite part. Cut these into fairly small pieces because, again, this is an appetizer or as a first course, or you could have this as a vegetarian main if you like. I'm just gonna take a little piece from the end here, which will be Ken's pick without screwing up the rest of it. Oh yeah. It's a small piece. Oh my God. Look at this. Crispy on the outside. My tomato, everything has cooked down. Oh my gosh. It smells amazing too. Feta, a little bit of tomato. This will even be amazing right out of the fridge. Think of it almost like cold pizza. Absolutely fantastic. So that's it for this episode on my DOMATOPITA, or how to make like a Greek-inspired pita pie. Very delicious, very easy to make. And until next time, please subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out online at www.kensgreektable.com, all one word, where you're going to find the recipes to these kinds of dishes. And until next time, again, I thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye for now.